Hey guys, this is my review of the UFC 2010 demo. I have it on PS3, not the Xbox 360. When I got this game, I was really anticipating the new UFC 2010 because I'm a big MMA fan, as you guys know. But when I got it and I played it, I was getting very frustrated with all the new changes and whatnot because I was one of those guys who was really, really into the 2009, and people would get pissed at me because of the ground game and how I held them on the ground and I mounted them and pounded them out. I would get, you can't beat me, I bet you can't do that standing up, and you're just gonna beat me on the ground, blah blah blah. And I was really dominant in that game. And then I get UFC 2010 demo, and I'm just so confused with all the changes because it's like really starting a game from scratch. Everything that some of the stuff is the same, but majority of all the major pieces that you did in 2009 and 2010 are totally different. From the getting a person down the ground, to the transitioning, to the to when I get you in the mount position, I can't mount and hold it forever like I used to do. Now I have to, it's like a 3-4 step process for me just to even get on top of you and mount you. I have to get on top of you and mount you. I have to first gotta break the get into a position to mount you, then I have to break your hold that you have on me while I'm in the mount down position, and then I have to break that, and it normally takes two tries of breaking it to actually break it, so you have to do that and block the person from transitioning. And then on top of that, once I get to a point where I break your the clinch that you have on me while I'm trying to mount you, now I have to do this posture up. And the more I hit you as I'm posturing up, the more likely I am for you to, when you do a transition, you just flip me off of you like it's nothing, and we're back standing up. So now I have to, while I'm posturing up, I got to automatically go back down just so you can, and block at the same time so that you don't transition. And, at first I was getting really, really pissed. I was really getting upset with the game because I was like, this is bullshit, But, eventually I got used to it, and I started, beating, beating the computer on expert, with no problem, except with Shogun. Shogun, even in 2009 when I was doing it in expert, I had a problem with Shogun because of his submissions, and that's all he does is submission. He gets on the ground, 30 seconds later, he has you in a submission. But I started to get the hang of it to where I can beat, Shogun most of the time and everybody else all the time on expert. And it became more, I should say, it became more real to me. I started to understand why they did that. And, even one of the biggest things that they did change is I can get you on the ground and I can do a transition. I can do a transition, and on the third try, automatically every single time, if I do it 3 times in a row, without you and without that person getting into a more advantageous spot, then I automatically kick you off of me automatically, no matter what, even if you're blocking it. So now that people just can't lay on top of you, people just can't, and it didn't bother me even because I was one of those people who laid on top of people, so it didn't really bother me. But now I have to constantly move instead of laying on top of people and deciding what I'm going to do next, And so what I'm trying to say is that you may not like it in the very beginning, especially if you was really into 2009, but you'll like it once you start to really get the hang of it. You will start understanding the realism of it and the reason why they have it that way. And so, that's one of my biggest things. But, you know, people are still going to complain and say you're laying and praying and you're doing all this other stuff, because there's always little shortcuts and all this other stuff that you find out, that I found out, that are, you know, that work for you, and, you know, to fight different styles of people. Because even people within even though the fighters have their own style, you know, the player has their own style and the way that they do things and whatnot, and shortcuts and whatnot to fight different styles of people. So, you know, all in all, though, I believe that it's a really good, detail-oriented game. It's not, to me, I don't believe it's one of those games to where anybody can just pick it up. It's not, you know, you can tell your friends to come over if they've never ever played UFC 2009, or they've never played 2010, and then they just come up and pick up the game. It's not one of those type of games. You have to seriously learn this game. It is difficult, you know, for a novice to play, and to try to even be close to someone who's been playing this game for a while, you know, or even for, you know, even that's even played 2009. The person who played 2009 versus someone who hasn't, and you play 2010, the guy who's played 2009 will destroy the guy who's a beginner, who has never played it. You know, it's just not a game that you pick up and just, you know, start swinging away. You'll just get crushed. You know, so but with that being said, it's still a great game. It's very detail oriented. It definitely fills in for the hardcore gamers. The hardcore gamers and the hardcore MMA fans will love it, because it's really detailed, you know, and they're just going to add on more and improve it. They're trying to make it like a Madden. So what I'm really interested is to see how, you know, what is it, EA MMA is going to do when it comes to the console wars of MMA. So, you know, tell me what you guys think. Please leave your comments, you know, rate and subscribe, and let me know what you think of the game. Did you think it was, you know, is it too hard? Is it too easy? Does it suck? You know, did you like 2009 better? You know, let me know. So, once again, thank you for watching my video. Rate, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.